Now before I begin with today's video, I just want to say that I like Keemstar. I have a lot of respect for the guy and I think he's a very entertaining content creator. I'm not a subscriber of Drama Alert, but I am somewhat of a fan of him from listening to the Baited podcast as well as Mum's Basement. So if you are wondering, why the hell are you making a video on Keemstar then, Cluster? Well, over these past months, I've been reading Keem's tweets, watching his Twitter videos, and listening to his podcast, and I'm just going to explain my problems with him. Keem constantly puts himself on a high pedestal. One thing Keem constantly does is he says that his drama show is the biggest on social media, which to be fair is somewhat true. However, one thing he does is he insults people who are in drama with each other if they do not come onto his show. Here's an example. To give context, there was drama with a YouTuber called Call Me Carson. I've mentioned him so many times on this channel. And how his girlfriend Caterino cheated on Carson with one of Carson's friends, Fitz. And there was a rumor made from Anything for Views that apparently Carson and Kate never dated and that she never cheated on him. So Keem decided to publicly call out both Fitz and Kate and said this.
I reached out to both of you, trying to get you on my show, trying to do an interview. And I don't know what it is when I'm coming across a YouTuber that's like, I'm not going on there. I don't want to be involved in drama. These other motherfucking YouTubers aren't stupid like you. They'll come on my show. They'll say their piece. They'll defend themselves. Or they'll give me a statement to read on Drama Alert. Because regardless of what motherfuckers say about me on the internet, I am the biggest fucking show on the goddamn planet when it comes to this drama internet shit. My megaphone is fucking 10 times bigger than all my competitors. 10 times.
Keem, Fitz and Kate don't need to go on your fucking show to defend themselves when they can simply make videos defending themselves. Going on your show should be a last resort. People should only go on your show if they don't have a platform to speak on. Instead of harassing them to go on your show, you should have advised them to make videos defending themselves. The only reason you want them on your show is to benefit your channel in views and subscribers. I also find it really cunty of Keem to be publicly calling out Fitz and calling him stupid when Keem has hung out with Fitz a couple times in real life, as well as be on his podcast. Another example of how delusional Keemstar is when he got Trisha Paytas on his podcast. And for those of you who don't know, Trisha Paytas and Keem hated each other for a long time on YouTube, and she was on Ethan Klein's podcast, and both of these slugs formed some type of alliance and would constantly attack Keem. But one day she left or got kicked from the podcast, I don't know, and I don't give a shit. And she ended up on an episode of Keemstar's podcast. And of course, because Keemstar is delusional, he said this.
Welcome to Mom's Basement. It's your host with the most, Keemstar, and the one, the only, FaZe Banks. And today, listen, on last episode, we broke the internet. We're going to keep breaking the internet.
Keem, you did not blow up the internet. I remember on that day the podcast came out, no one gave a shit apart from Ethan. So I have no idea where you got this idea from. I even looked up on YouTube to see how much Trisha being on Keem's podcast blew up the fucking internet and found this. Okay, Keem, you said that you blew up or broke the internet, whatever the fuck you said. Okay, so obviously a lot of people must have made videos on it. Alright, so a re-upload of your podcast, 26,000. Okay, that's not very good if it blew up the internet. 68,000, 83,000, 19,000 views, 18,000 views, 63,000 views. Okay, well listen. Oh, finally, 130,000 views. But that's okay. Well, Boblax has 79,000 views, but I don't know if it blew up the internet. We're gonna have like, I don't know, more than this. Maybe a few million. Like, I don't know why you said you blew up the fucking. I've mentioned how I've been listening to Keemstar's podcast, and from listening to a few recent episodes, Keemstar constantly contradicts himself. He claims that when people make exposed videos on him, he fucking loves it.
I mean, I do love it, and drama is like the only way to like get views for me. So it's kind of like what I'm stuck with, you know. I'm like, all right, I'll just do this for a little while, but
it's fucking exhausting, though, isn't it? It's exhausting.
I disagree. I think it's fun. Like, I think it's absolutely.
You're a fucking sociopath. You're a psycho.
And the reason he's contradicting himself in this clip is because Keem You don't love it when people make videos on you. In fact, you cry on fucking Twitter when it happens. Take a look at Ethan Fat Klein. Ethan has made dozens of videos on Keemstar, and Keemstar has mentioned these videos on his podcast, and even complained to YouTube on Twitter about how Ethan was constantly making videos on Keem.
You know, I'm fucking so sick of this one-sided bullshit, right? You know, in 2020, when Ethan Klein had the content nuke on me, right? I was tweeting pictures of horses at him, with him. I was trolling him, messing with him, right? YouTube literally hits me up basically saying that, you know, I can be kicked out of the partnership program for fucking bullying harassment if I continue this, right? So I don't, right? All I want to do is talk shit to these motherfuckers. That's all I want to do, but I can't. But Ethan Klein has made about 50 videos breaking TOS, breaking the bullying and harassment thing. And listen, I'm not a little baby. I can take it. But they're silencing me.
Now yes, before you correct me, I know that the reason Keem complained to YouTube was because Keem couldn't talk shit back to Ethan. But Keem, you've said how you loved being talked about. So why do you care so much if Ethan Klein keeps making videos on you when you said you love it? Keem also said on his podcast that he has to always have enemies on YouTube and how he loves fighting them.
I am really built different. Like, I need enemies.
Yeah.
Like,
You are literally built so fucking different, dude.
I need
just want
enemies.
peace. I don't want fucking attention. I want peace. Like,
I want to constantly be at war with someone. You know, it's a motivation, right? It's like, I'm going to prove you wrong.
dude,
I'm going to show
have
you.
the energy.
I don't know. Dude,
Well,
I
you
wait.
fucking run a show about drama. That's why.
And again, he contradicts himself because Keem, if you love having enemies, you wouldn't have tweeted at Ethan multiple times asking to make peace.
This is the third and final offer. I'm offering peace. There's no point. It's quite exhausting, really. It's been a lot of fun this week, but it's quite exhausting.
Why would you want to make peace with Ethan if you want enemies? And here's another example. There's a streamer called RS Glory and Gold who is best known as the old man Keem accidentally accused of being a pedophile, and he constantly makes videos milking the situation that happened years ago to try to keep his dying career alive. And if Keem loves it when people make videos on him, he wouldn't be complaining on Twitter about RS Glory and Gold.
RS Glory and Gold, Tony, whatever the fuck. Like, listen, I'm so sick of it. I've talked to Keemstar 3 or 4 times, and every time I talked to him, it was self-serving manipulation. Go fuck yourself. Old man, you are the manipulator. You are the fucking manipulator.
Attention, attention. I know it happened 6 years ago, but I just want to remind everyone, because that's the only fucking clout that you've ever gotten
to or whatever.
That's the only fucking thing you've ever gotten.
Let me just quickly mention that this point isn't Keemstar's fault, but the community's. Now, if you're thinking what I mean by the word overrated, let me explain. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos from people saying how Keemstar is someone to be feared and how he can deplatform anyone. I have no idea where this has come from. I remember watching videos from people like Boogie2988 and he says shit like this.
And I was even more afraid that someone like Philip DeFranco or Keemstar or someone else like that would pick up that thread and broadcast it for the world. But I'm here. Keemstar did exactly that, by the way. Go check his Twitter timeline. He took that exact Reddit thread, tweeted it out several times. He had a very personal vendetta against me and just came at me with the full force of Keemstar law and just did his thing. And I survived it. I'm here.
I'm sorry, but Keemstar is not this evil, destructive monster. He's a regular dude who just makes drama-alert videos. In fact, Keemstar made a documentary video on Kiwis. The video exposed how Kiwis in the past had a relationship with a minor and even sent nudes to them. And when this video came out, I genuinely thought that this would be the end of Kiwi's career. But the video didn't do shit to his channel. His subscriber growth didn't change, and he still gets likes and positive comments. So stop making Keemstar to be this evil deplatformer monster. He's not. Anyway, that's all my problems with Keem in this video. Again, I don't dislike Keemstar. These are just my problems with him. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in a bit.
Big Chungus, na-na. I am a meme of Fat Bugs Bunny, na-na. I know they see that I'm so chunky, na-na-na. Oh, what's that fame of large Bugs Bunny? They think that it's so funny. Big Chungus, na-na. He didn't stay in there with no Willamite. When he walked up the stairs, he still never said that'll hold him all white. And I just like life.